Hey guys, this is Eliza from Dusk Angel Reads and welcome back to my channel. Today I'll be talking about all the books I want to read during the Bout of Books readathon.
Time is barely on our side.
So we're up to Bout of Books round 23 apparently. I've never actually participated in Bout of Books. There's not really any, well, there is one particular reason why I haven't participated before, and that is because I generally don't participate in readathons that don't have reading challenges. And that's because I kind of get lazy with them. I don't really have to read it because, you know, like, it's not for a challenge. I don't have to have it done by the end of the readathon, and I kind of like get slack and then don't read. But I'm going to try and push myself because there is a couple books that I really want to get to very soon. And I want to get them done before the end of August because during September I have another readathon. So yeah, and yes, this is another fucking readathon TBR. I don't know, this must be my about 4th readathon I think in August, because I did booktubeathon, I'm in magical readathon, I did the 24-hour readathon, and now I'm doing Bout of Books. So it's getting a little hectic, but hey, I'm out of a reading slump now, so I'm just like going with the flow and I want to read, so let's just get with it. Okay, so first I'll talk about the books that I want to physically or like ebook read. So the first book I want to talk about is This Mortal Coil by Emily Suvada. Yes, this was on my 24-hour readathon TBR. Did I get to it? No. So this one will be my first priority. If you saw my 24-hour readathon TBR, you'll know I'm partway through this book already. I had to put it down from before booktubeathon, and then magical readathon was like right after booktube, so I just haven't had a chance to pick this one back up yet, but I want to finish this one first. That is first priority. I need to finish this fucking book because I was actually really enjoying it, but then I had to put it down, and if I don't read it soon then it's just gonna be too long since I last read some of it and I won't remember what was happening. So I need to get to this one, and I won't say what page I'm up to because I might read some between now and the start of Bout of Books. So yeah, we'll just see what happens, but yeah, I definitely want to finish this one during Bout of Books. So the next one is Muse of Nightmares by Laini Taylor. I have an e-arc of this one, and I don't necessarily have to get this done now because like the book doesn't actually come out till October, so I don't have to read it right now and review it, but I want to read it right now because I've been waiting like a year for this book, and the last book ended on like a cliffhanger and I need to know what happens. So as soon as I got approved, I'm like, yes, I'm reading this. It's happening straight away. So yes, that's the next one I definitely want to pick up. I can't wait to read this. And the last one is a review copy I have, and that is for The Blood Within the Stone by T.R. Thompson. This one I've had for a while, and if you saw my Biennial Bibliothon TBR, it was one of the books that I did the try a chapter in. So I tried a chapter of this one and 2 others. I ended up picking another book, but I did really enjoy this chapter as well as the other book that I needed to pick. I enjoyed all of them, but I had to pick one. The first chapter I read was really good. I was really intrigued about the world, so I definitely want to get back in and get this book read because it did sound very interesting from what I read from that first chapter. And I have had the review copy for a while because review copies I tend to forget about because there's no like deadline on them because they're usually given out after the release date. So I tend to forget about them because like I've got a list on my notes. It's like, you have to read this before this date. But because review copies don't have that, I tend to forget about them. So I need to get to this one. I want to read at least one every month until I get all the ones I have finished. So this is the first one. I need to read The Blood Within the Stone in August. Now onto the audiobooks that I plan to read during Bout of Books. All these audiobooks are also on my Magical Readathon TBR. Magical Readathon is still going, so at the moment I'm only listening to audiobooks. I've explained this before, but I'll explain it again in this video. Basically, when I put my Magical Readathon TBR together, I was in a reading slump, so I put a lot of audiobooks on my TBR because I didn't know what I was going to be able to get to physically read. And so this is some of them. I don't actually have another physical book to read until the very last book that I read for Magical Readathon. So I have a fair few audiobooks to get through. I think I've got about 5 or 6 audiobooks to get through before I get to that last physical book. So here is 4 of them. I don't know if I'm going to get to them all this week. It's just like, here's like the next 4 that I need to read. So first off we have Sabriel, which is by Garth Nix, and I'm already currently reading this one. I don't know if I'm going to get it done before the readathon, but I thought I'd just throw it in here anyway. So that's the first one. The next audiobook I'll be reading is The Girl Who Drank the Moon, and this one is by Kelly Barnhill. these are out of order, you'll see in a second, because there's 3 books in this little section that are all in the same series, but this one's like thrown in the middle because of the particular reading order I need to read the books in for Magical Readathon. But anyways, and yeah, so this will be the next audiobook I pick up. This is like a middle grade. It should be fun, should be easy. And then the next 2 books are Lyriel and Aborson, also by Garth Nix. This is book 2 and 3 in the Aborson series. So yeah, that's just, they're just for Magical Readathon. They're just the ones that I need to read. I don't really have anything to tell you about them. But that's about it. So yeah, that's it for this very short video. Let me know in the comments if you are planning on participating in Bout of books. This is my first time doing it, so hopefully I'll have fun, but we'll just have to see whether I get lazy and don't push myself. But hopefully, fingers crossed, I will be able to do it. I think I'm going to, well, I'm going to do reading vlogs, but I think I'm going to do like 2-day reading vlogs, so that way you get like a little bit more in depth than my usual, well, the ones I'm doing at the moment for Magical Readathon. And the reading vlog for it will be just alongside the Magical Readathon. They're just both happening at the same time. You'll be getting the information for Bout of books and Magical Readathon in the same vlog. I'm not going to make separate ones. That would be hella confusing trying to figure out what footage was for what. So it's just all going to be in the one reading vlogs. So yeah, that's it for this video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a like and subscribe, and I'll see you next time.
We'll go.